Hi guys, so today I'm going to be reviewing the Crafter's Companion. I think they call them Cascading word dies and stamps. And I was just thinking about, I think in this set, what you have to do is like build a background with the stamps that it comes with. I mean, you don't have to do it, you can do whatever you like, but, and then you do your words. And so when Sarah was going over them, I forgot what I was going to say about it. Anyway, she, obviously stamped out the word on white, and then she cut out like a nice shape, put the little pattern. So you basically like build up your own little pattern with the stamps. And then you kind of put this over it, just like though it's on the image here. And you can do it right on a card or however you like. I'm trying to look at the flowers here, because in that picture it looks like that daffodil has an outline, but there's no daffodil stamp here. So anyway, we're just going to use what we have here. This is from HSN. And it came with the 4 thanks, sorry, happy, and love, and then it has other little stamps in there, and then the die that goes with it, and then it has these stamps, and then they had an auto ship, and I signed up for the auto ship, but then like 2 days later, Crafter's Companion put this on their website, and it was a better price. I think it was 8 words plus the stamps, these stamps, and I think some tape or something else was thrown in there. I can't remember exactly, or maybe it was just those things, but it was a much better price. And some of the words that they put in on the Crafter's Companion site to make this an 8 set are some of the ones that are going to come in the auto ship later. And then some of the auto ship words aren't available yet on Crafter's Companion, so I'm like, I don't know if they're not going to bring them, but really, how many do we need of these? So I'm okay with getting the ones that I had ordered from Crafter's Companion. I'm going to try these out, and I'll probably, have to return them because, like I said, the price was better with Crafter's Companion, even returning some of these things. I have some other things I want to return to HSN anyway, so it'll just all go back together and I'll pay the return shipping. But anyway, I know people always wonder different things, the particulars and stuff like that. So I have the stamp sets here. I don't know which ones I want to use. These are some stamping cards because we are going to stamp the word. We're going to make our own little background. I am going to cut the background paper though with a shape, and I was just looking at, I just reviewed this yesterday, so I'm like, well, might as well use some of these shapes. I just don't know how big these stamps are, so let's do happy, because they've been having a lot of the thanks and love review or tutorial, I guess, on Crafter's Companion side or even on the HSN day. Oh, that doesn't need, what? Okay. I was like, why is this here? So we have our die. It's not that big. And then we have the little word here. And I'm going to make an aperture this time because I do want to make sure that the word gets cut out exactly right. So we'll talk about that when we get there. But again, the word's not that big. So let me see. Maybe we'll do this. And this size, let me see. It's good. Yeah, this is good. I'll use this size and this word here. So I'm just gonna get this die, and oh, it fits perfectly here. So let's do that first, and then we'll stamp. You can stamp obviously, then cut. But for me, what's the point of stamping where there's not gonna be any paper? So I'm just gonna run this through real quick. Same stamping card, and I'm going to be using quick dry inks just to get the stamping done. Sarah was using the opaque pigment inks, especially on the word, so that the word comes out really nice and dark. But I think if you have a stamping tool, which maybe I'll use that today, we can ink it up, stamp it, ink it up, stamp it again, so it's nice and opaque. Okay, so we have our shape. And I'll go ahead and build up background with the inks and stamping and all that. Let me put this to the side. So that way that'll have time to dry. With the quick dry inks, they dry real quick, but hence quick dry, right? Let me see what's going on here with some shadow. Okay, put this to the side. I need to clean my plates. Look at, from running it through, it's put like gummy stuff on my paper. Look at the back. Ooh, even better. I tell you, this, you gotta clean your plates every once in a while. Okay, so we have this. And she just went through, I'm trying to see if some of these, like this one does have a shadow, like the lighter color plus the darker color over the top. I think that's, maybe this one has a shadow, and the butterfly does. She didn't really use the butterflies or anything else. She just built up the background with the flowers, so I'm not sure what I want to do. I didn't even look at this, to be honest, and I only picked out the colors I would need to like just do some fun backgrounds. So maybe what I'll do is let me grab a lighter yellow so we can actually do some layering, stamping. Layer stamping. So I'll just use lemon tonic, and then I'll try to do the darker with honey pot. Let's start there. So I'm going to open this pack up, and I'm going to use these 2 guys right here. And where are my smaller stamping? I guess I'll just use this one. There it is. I was like, I have a nice square one from close to my heart that I love. This is like my go-to. It used to be whenever I was doing a lot of stamping. So this is very small though. And these are photopolymer. It says on the packaging, and Sarah talked about that, how they make them in England because that seemed the best and stuff like that. So they are, if you're wondering, they have that great scent to them. Again, they have that sticky layer I talked about in the video on how to work with different stamps. So I'm just going to kind of rub that off on my hand. So let's use lemon tonic. Ooh, really juicy because it's the quick dry ink, so the pad is like a foam. And I've reviewed things like this in the past, and I'm just going to get... And what I do like about having my little diamond press mat under here is that it helps my stamp come back up at me, right? It's not bouncy because it's silicone and it's thin, but it just gives it that little amount of like push so that you can do that. And then, do I want another one? A lot of this is going to be hidden anyway behind the word, so let me move this, put it off to the side so I can wash it later. When I wash them, I just literally wash them under some water in the faucet. Where are the stamps? Guys, here they are. And let me see if there's an actual direction for this. It looks like, we will see. I don't know. What I mean by that is, like, do I have to line it up a certain way, or are they all pretty you know, let me see here. I think we're just gonna go for it because I can't tell. I mean, this thing is so, let's see, right here there's one area that has like 3 petals kind of close to each other. It doesn't look like individual petals, and I think that is this area right here. So maybe that's a good way to know. Okay. So I'm gonna dip this in Honey Pot. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna bring this closer to me. Again, if you have a stamping tool, you probably want to use that. I'm gonna put my head in the way. Sorry guys. And it's probably still not even gonna help. Oh, where is that? 3 right there. 3 right there. This is not gonna work out. I'm probably gonna go ahead and use a stamping tool after this, but hey, not bad. Stuck my head in the way and look, not too bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and layer this up over the last 2, and I'll be right back. So I didn't use a stamping tool, I just looked at it over, you know, head, and not bad. And if I had known that they had, that I was gonna use this one, or that I was gonna layer it up the same way, that it was kind of different, I would have turned the stamps, you know what I'm saying? Because they're all pretty much facing the same way, but that's okay. Let me wipe this off. And these are just baby wipes from the Dollar Tree. And those also will clean your stamps, but I usually like just use water, just in case this has some kind of chemical that stays on there. Just these little cheap ones. Alright, so we got that. What else can we stamp? Maybe some green from the other set. This is cute. It has an extra little, kind of like little dots, and I guess like maybe go in the middle of this flower, since this flower doesn't have a lot going on and the middle's empty, so I'm assuming you can stamp that in there. I'm going to take this little green spray here. Maybe we're not going to do that one quite yet. And then we have some blue. I did want to use the aqua blue, so let me use this one right here. Just because the other flowers are kind of similar. Let's do this guy. So basically you're just building up a back round, and then you go from there. So this one, what I'm going to do is ink it up, and I will do some 2nd and 3rd generation stamping with it. So like, let's say I had that there, and then maybe less there. Does that make sense? So just a little something. Hopefully that's good. Okay. And let's use the green to do some leaves. I'm trying to put, if I clean off my stamps, I always try to just put them right back so they don't get misplaced. I think my son's awake. Da, da, da. Okay. Oh, I was going to use this lime green because I figured it went with the other colors kind of nicely. We will see. Kind of odd. It's striated, kind of weird, but hopefully that's not a thing that's really, yeah, we're good. Since this is, I don't know what I want to do here. There and there. That word thanks, or what did we pick? What word did we pick? Happy is going to come out from here. You aren't really going to see behind here. And I'll just layer it up however. Something like that. And maybe out here somewhere. Okay. So that's our background. And let's do a little inking around the edges. And I kind of like the green, bring more of the green out. So let me... This poor thing, I keep using it with all kinds of different colors. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Yellow, sure. Blue, whatever. So I think I can use this one to pick up the green and it'll be okay because it already has some of the same colors. Why is this not opening? There we go. I'm just getting a little bit on this. I'm just going to go around the edges. And of course you can bring it in as far as you like if you want to really get that in there, but... Alright. Now let's do our happy. This is the one that's got me a little nervous. Alright, let's put this here. I need a bigger stamp, I think. Let's see how big the word is. This won't work. So yeah, the photopolymer, the ones that come in this set, and then also the stamp sets that are on their own stamp sets, so that's good. So we will see how this does. I am using black quick dry ink in jet black, I think is what they call it. Again, let's get this thing ready. You can either really rub it on your ink pad, but this ink really sticks because it's that quick dry. I don't know. It just has a very good stickiness to it. This is like kind of a scrap paper because it's all bent. I don't know what happened to it. I try to keep my papers nice and flat, especially this kind because it's not cheap, and I don't know. It just got squished. So let's really ink this guy up. This is funny how it'll stick to it. I'm trying to make it so we don't have a lot of lines or anything. Ooh, that is inked up. I can see down at the bottom. And we will see what happens. I think Sarah, like I said, she used the pigment ink because she said she wanted it to be really bold. And again, I said I was going to use a stamping tool, didn't I? If you had put this in your stamping tool, let's say it's a smaller piece of paper, just stamp it. If it doesn't look that great, just ink it up again, obviously, and then bring your tool down. But that's pretty good. For the first time out, that's excellent, actually. Alright, again, photopolymer stamps. That's kind of what they're known for. Giving you a great impression. And look at how easily this stuff cleans up. I mean, this is black and it didn't even stain it. So, that's cool. A lot of times it'll get purple. I'm sure if I left it on there, it'd start turning purple, but that's not bad. Alright, put it to the side for now. Okay, I said I was going to make a little aperture. So I have some random piece of cardstock here. What I'm going to do is take this off. I'm going to stick this on here. We're going to do a little taping. This is where I was putting my stamps. And I need this, so. And make it so that you can make yourself like a little flap. But that's not really stuck down too much. So I'm going to do it on this top part, I think. Like right here. And we're going to run this through our machine. Again, just on a cutting plate. I have plastic, metal, magnetic shim, other cutting plate. And while that's going, I'm just going to cut this down. Oops, sorry guys. Bumped you all. I was like, ooh, what if this thing falls out the back while I'm cutting? So I went to grab it really quick. Okay. So, we don't want this word happy, but you can use it for something else. Look, I mean, it cuts it out really nicely that you can actually read it says happy. So, you can always use that. So now we made ourselves a little flap, and that's all I wanted from that situation there. And you're going to take your little aperture and see where you want it to cut. Pretty much exactly where you want it to cut. Right there. And I'm going to put a little bit of tape Actually, I don't need to put tape, but I am going to put it just a tiny bit in this little corner here, just so it holds my paper. I'm really just catching the little bottom of the Y, but really what should happen is that your aperture paper is smaller than the paper you're going to cut into, so the other paper should have stuck out here, and then you could have stuck it down over here, but since my paper was smaller, I just kind of, just holding on there. And we're going to place this down and run it back through. And now it should cut it pretty much where we made the little window. We'll see. If this didn't move, then we're in luck. And then, like I said, you could always just keep this together. And now you've already made your aperture, and you can use it over and over and over and over and over, right? So you wasted a piece of paper on that, and you can keep using it. Aww. You can even use this one, really, if you wanted to line that up on here later. If you wanted a smaller piece, but cut pretty well. Just have this little piece right here. What is this? Oh. I was like, there's something stuck on here. It's the brown paper that came with it. Okay, there we go. There we go. And that's pretty good, right? Because we were able to eyeball, like, see exactly where we were going to cut. So there's that. And what I'm going to do now, since we have all our pieces, but I guess want to make a card or something, I'm going to get some other paper and like a card base going, and when we come back, we'll put this all together. Okay, so all I did was cut out the next size up for this to kind of mat over on this kind of teal bluish paper. And then I cut a card base, and I could have gone 5.5. This is almost, what size is this? I measured it and I forgot. It's about 4.5 inches, the blue. Yeah. So I cut this at 5 by 10 inches, and so we're just going to score this at 5 inches. And so it's just going to be a very small square card, or a 5-inch square card. So 5 inches. Score it here. So again, 5 by 10. I did not use the Anna Griffin dies for that because I just cut a piece of paper with my cutter, but you could use the dies, I guess. And so what we're going to do is layer this thing up. And I thought I had fixed this, guys, and it's a nightmare. Forget it. It's not working again. And I had just bought 12 of them. Let me actually open one right now. I hear from a lot of you guys that the tape runner starts acting funny, the same as what it did to me. So I just remember, I don't know if you remember my last haul, I bought 12 of these. I think it was like buy 6, got 6 free or whatever. So let's try out a new one. I mean, it didn't mess up right away, but which is a bummer. So let's turn this over. Okay, so I'm just going to use this quite a bit, just so that the edges stay down really nice. And if you want to use a wet glue, of course, do that. And I probably should have, because I don't really know. Let me see how I'm going to center this. So it just needs a little bit all around, huh? Okay. Just kind of eyeballing what's going on here. It could have gone over a little more that way, but that's okay. And then I think I'm going to pop both of these things. So this will be up higher and this will be up higher too. And I normally would do that with pop dots, but I didn't bring any out and I want to just kind of get this going. So let's see if I can get this running again like it should. I told you some of this glue dried in the way, so it's like impossible to get this out. Let me mess with this glue thing a little bit and so we can get the glue going. I just had to really clear it out. And of course, as I say that, it gets stuffed up again. I should just give it up, right? You know, you just put the thing away. It's fine. But no, I can't do that. I have to use it. Okay. Put a little more here. And let me see how I want to set this down, because I wasn't really paying attention. That's good. So again, with this stuff, you don't push it down, okay? Just a little bit, enough so it holds on, but leave it alone so that you get that dimension, okay? And on this one, what I'm going to do is just go around and add a little hunk of glue wherever I can. So just go around and I'm just going to add little dots of glue and I'll be right back. Okay. So I'm just kind of doing like Sarah does. She kind of just gives it a push and then she uses like a tool or pokey tool or something to get a little hunk and put it down wherever you want it. Just one more little hunk of this. Finally got it working consistently, so that's good. Right there. And I'm going to build this one up a little more. I didn't put enough there. Ah, okay. So that's that. And then I'm just going to place this right on top here somewhere. Cute. It is cute. It's a cute idea. Of course, you can use more pattern papers. You don't have to make your own little pattern, but I like the way it came out. Nice card. Cute, bold word. Now, it does have more words in the kit. So let me cover, let me close this up before I end up having an issue here. So it has be happy, you know, if you wanted to stamp be there. Choose, I don't know, I guess choose happy birthday. Oh, and day. Oh, happy day, I guess. Oh, happy day. So whatever you want, you could have stamped that on the background. You could stamp it somewhere else and stick it on, however you like. But it does have some other little sentiments that come along with it. So really cute, easy to use. I don't know, I enjoy them. So I'm glad to have them. And if you guys chose any, let me know. Or if you're going to pick them up on Crafter's Companion, that's always a good place to still find them. I think they're still, no, they're not. They're not available on HSN because I went to check and they were sold out, as they say. But basically, whenever they get rid of a product, or if it's done, they don't keep any information of it on their website. But you can find old videos, obviously, on YouTube to see how they use them or the demos if you want to look back on that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.